August, end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper, tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring out your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave blade thicker than a snicker bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the...
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On play action, now Brady. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And able to find Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Start fast, fellas! Start fast!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down.
220, 380.
Brady now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them are running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now Brady. This one left side caught by Patterson. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down. New England on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Now a play fake. Brady. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there, a 22.
You got him. You got him. You got him. What's that in? Hey, check. White 20. White 20. Keep it, boys. Check. Let's go up. No, 66.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling, and now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. He'll check this one down to Michelle, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Dante Hightower on the stop.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Let's go.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Through an opening, and there he goes. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook, 89 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Marshall now, the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let's go. Let's go. Wait.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. New England on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Brady looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Michelle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On play action, it's Brady to Michelle on the dump. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 2, Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball run free and brings up 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Lucy, 39, Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And his throw here's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Lucy.
Now Bortles again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22. So after the INT, it's Brady. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Brady to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Brady, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Go, Bandit! Go!
They do go for it. It's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Nice 39, Lucy. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11B.
Shotgun now for Bortles. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Marshall now, the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Marshall. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Brady now to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Keep your boys! Like 20! Like 20! So! We take!
From the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, They haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Bortles now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's second down.
Start fast, man! Start fast! 29, Alpha!
Throwing again. Brady. Flushed out right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. New England on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down. Wait, 20. Here we go. Motion.
Shotgun now for Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's brought down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check. Regular. Go.
Again, it's Brady. Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they will run it with Michel. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Going deep for Moncrief. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
11.
On first down, Bortles. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Rivers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Bortles now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark from 3 yards out. And a forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Marshall now, the return. And he's got some space here. The 40, 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Keith Marshall, 99 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Move.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. 44 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
11B, 372. You.
To throw is Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Hank. 380.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll extend this lead now up to 25. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 38.
We got 4.
Here's Brady to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. 23 yards on the play. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady over the middle. He gets it to Patterson. That'll be a Patriot 1st down as Brady finds Patterson.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
31.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Alabama.
On play action, it's Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. New England on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Hey, Alabama. Wait, 24! Go! Let's go!
Operating from the gun, Brady. He may try and run for this. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check! Green 80! 372! 372!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Lucy. Green is shot.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Patriot fans certainly happy to see Claiborne wearing their jersey this season.
Obviously a good pickup by the AFC champs. And you have to go back to when Claiborne came into the league. A first-round pick with Tampa Bay. But just remember last season, 6 sacks in one game against Dallas. You'll remember Adrian Claiborne's name from that point on.
Who was blocking in that game?
No one.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Green inside.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's
So
go.
in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Gronk that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Bortles escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Patriots take over. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. It's caught by Moncrief. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to take a shot for and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. So after the INT, it's Brady throwing the out route and complete. That's Patterson. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Michelle. And a loose football. And a gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Fournette, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Deron Harmon makes the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Bortles. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They begin with Michel on the ground, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Now Brady. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Brady, over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down. Brady now on first down. Oh, can't get away, and Brady will go down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he's going to go down again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady going to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys are just saying, hey,